Hey everybody, it's Electrek, and welcome back to what I believe will be episode 3 of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Just popping in here before the episode starts just to tell you that I recorded the entire episode, and then I realized my mic wasn't on. Yay! So, yeah, this episode is probably going to be recorded in post. Hey everybody, it's Electrek, and welcome to the first time I'm trying to do post-commentary. Never done this before. I know when I started my original Minecraft series a long ass time ago, probably 10 years now actually, I said that some episodes might be post-commentary. I'm probably the only person in the world that remembers that. I guess I held true to my promise of 10 years ago. I have to read some of this stuff. What is he doing? Darnell, when you get a request, let's go to the I didn't get a finish hit. Basically, we're going to go do some dungeons. I'm going to be commentating this post live. Oh yeah, this is something really cool here. I should point this out. So there's these things called sparkling dungeons. So basically, I guess if you go through the dungeons you want to explore, there's a list, and one that's sparkling. The ones that are sparkling will give you extra money, and they have these treasure chest items, which is something we will see. Really nifty. So in this case, we have 4 different accepted jobs. 3 of them are in Thunderwave Cave. One of them is in Tiny Woods, but Tiny Woods is sparkling, so figure might as well go to Tiny Woods. I've seen parts of this, so I recorded this about 2 days ago. As soon as I finished recording, I realized it was done, so since then, I remember more or less what I was trying to say. I've seen parts of this, so I know some things that are coming up, but only in the next, 3 minutes. After that, it's all gonna be off the top of my head, so a lot of this is post-live commentary, I guess. I'm sure I was talking about different things. Oh, as you can see there, Darnell has access to the gravel rocks in your inventory too, which I don't actually remember being a thing before. You could assign them, because they can have hold items in this game, right? So you can assign them to have hold items. Also, you can notice the hella money that we're getting there. Each one of those gives you extra, which is real nice. And yes, this just tells about the dungeon messages. In fact, I think I point this out right here as well, or actually I did before. And here's the floor where Wurmple is. So this is the first time we're doing a rescue, so I've already done this, of course, because I've recorded it, but when you do a rescue, you go to a dungeon, and typically you're trying to rescue someone that's on a certain floor. There are other mission objectives. Oh, also, here's the map. This commentary is going to be wild, so just bear with me here. But the Wurmple here is on this floor. We got to go to him, and then we can get him out of the dungeon. That's how you do it. And with that level up right there, I think we gained +2 in the last stat. I saw it. I don't remember. I don't know what it is. Could be. There's no speed in this game, I believe, so probably just special defense. But I saw we gained +2 there. And as you see that treasure box drop back there, we'll get to that. Anyways, we're trying to learn Leech Seed here. Leech Seed has a condition that says it gives every enemy the Leech Seed status condition, which is pretty self-explanatory or redundant. And what's neat about this is that you can actually click a certain set of buttons to see what exactly that status condition does, whatever's highlighted in green. In this case, Leech Seed, you can go back and pause that if you want, does whatever Leech Seed does in the normal game, which means it saps health from the enemy slowly. The problem with it is that it says the status wears off after some time. So if it wears off after some time, what's the point? I could just learn Giga Drain or something and do way more damage in one turn and absorb way more HP. I don't even think it's that good against bosses, as you'll see, but basically, we decided not to learn it, even though it has a little arrow for stab. It just didn't seem worth it. Regardless, here we get a treasure box, though. The treasure box is kind of neat, and I believe it was in the second set of Mystery Dungeon games. Could be wrong about that. I haven't played that one as recently as I have the original game. And I guess the way it works is that if you successfully carry the box out of the dungeon, it's still in your inventory, then you get whatever's inside the box. Kind of neat. It could be worth, could be not. You have no idea what's in it. So just an interesting way to reward you for carrying an item out of the dungeon. And right here, we completed a job. So basically, Wurmple's going to ask us to see him at the Pelipper post office later. We can teleport him out of there, which makes the question, why can't we just teleport if we're in a situation of trouble? But that's something else that'll come up later. And as you can see, it gives us the option to leave right there. So we can leave right when you complete a job. In this case, I don't think I want to leave because I think I was just trying to train. After all, this is Tiny Wood, so what? There's only one more floor left after this. It doesn't hurt to train. I think what I was trying to do is, I got to level 7 really, really quickly, or at least compared to Darnell, because Darnell is slacking. Granted, we've only taken out a few. And yeah, I know I'm being dumb here. I forgot that the stairs were down there. Can't blame me too much. the red of the enemies down there kind of covered it up there for a sec, so I am walking around aimlessly over here. No items and no reason to, but hell, I guess I beat this Sunkern for training, so there we go. And up to the last floor. And what's neat here, this is something new too, so it asks you at every floor change once you've completed a job, if there are no more jobs left, then you can leave the dungeon at that floor change, which is really nice, because before, maybe you accidentally click no when you wanted to rescue someone and they ask if you want to leave, we accidentally click no. You have to actually complete the entire dungeon. As you will see, some dungeons are incredibly long. Use your imagination to the longest that you can go. Except stop it once it goes beyond 3 digits, because once it goes beyond 2 digits, because that's how long those dungeons go. They don't go any further than that. Now at this point, I don't remember what the heck I was doing. So let's see. I believe we just get to the end of the dungeon. I'm sure that I was telling even more tutorial things. Maybe things I just wanted to cover that were new. But I guess in post right now, I'm discovering a couple more things as well. And I guess that's the whole dungeon. Done deal. Also, what's really nice about post and the way I'm going to be recording from now on, I got Audacity. So before I was recording with the game sounds, I am going to actually be able to sync my singing. So finally, I can probably sing along a little bit better. Oh, also, yeah, the rainbow gummy. Yeah, so this is something that was a really incredibly useful and kind of rare item in the original Mystery Dungeon games that I played. But the purpose that it was used for has been replaced with something else in this version. So I don't know what it does, but it was valuable before, so we'll see what it does. Wurmple here, thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. And we get the efficient bandana, as you may or may not remember, something I didn't know what it does. And it sends it to storage for you, so even if your item box is full, you don't have to worry about that. And every time after you complete a job, it's considered the entire day. So you can see Darnell here saying, we did a good day. Let's knock off and call it a good night. Knock off. Is that supposed to be like a reference to the move? That's what he said, right? I'm in post. I should be able to stop this and go back and check. But I'm not going to do that because I'm doing this post live. Whatever, man. Anyways, Darnell, morning, Andre. Let's keep up good work today. Huh? What was that? Tunnel over here. Tunnel over here. Tunnels everywhere. Woohoo! Digging is so much fun. Where am I? Hey, what's up? Oh, my apologies. My name is Diglett. I was having a blast digging tunnels in front of Pelipper's post office, so much so that I kept on digging and ended up here. I'm sorry I ruined your nice place. Haha, don't worry about it. It's just a hole. That's what she said. Are you saying you will forgive me? Just go easy on the digging. You don't have to wreak havoc with too many holes. Of course. Thank you. Yeah, careful, Diglett. From now on, I'll have fun digging, but I'll also make sure to patch up the holes from time to time. Goodbye. Shoop. Dig it out here plowing. And we get the nice little animation. I think it's a little bit different than what we saw last time of Pelipper delivering us mail. We will see that pretty frequently. Andre, we should stick with the jobs posted on the bulletin board for now. When you get a request, let's go to the dungeons to do the job. So in this case, Pelipper dropped something off. We can check out what it is. So there's no actual requests for jobs yet, but there are a couple things here, as in like Pokemon news and some other mails. These are actually worth reading, at least I believe. In the original games, there's a set of news and it kind of details... Oh, this is something interesting here too. We get some Dojo tickets for the Makuhita Dojo, which we'll go check out in a sec. But in the original games, the news here would detail aspects of the story, so it was kind of for maybe like if you haven't played in a while, you can reread to see what was going on in the story, but it's also interesting to hear from the local news, quote-unquote, perspective what is happening, and you'll see. Hopefully they continue that. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think we just got an item from reading one of those. I missed it, but I think we did. So if we did, even more reason to read the news. This I was going to show, but then I decided not to. As you can see, I vigorously ran away really quickly off into the opposite direction. We will look into that area when the time comes. But in the meantime, kind of want to check out the Makuhita Dojo. Just to give another example of going in dungeons, trying to do tutorial stuff. Okay, I guess we're not going there. I'm pretty sure we're going there. We were storing all our stuff before. I'm just going to keep guessing what I was doing. More or less, I know what I was doing. But yeah, I do want to show what's going on in the Makuhita dungeon. In case you do faint in there, I don't know exactly what happens if it's as harsh as the original games, which is I guess a spoiler that I didn't faint, because then if I did, I would have known, right? But in case you do faint in there, I'm pretty sure you lose all your money and the majority of your items. I don't think you lose them all. Things could have changed how they work, but pretty sure you don't lose them all. There's the Bronze Dojo ticket. We got 2 of them in the mail. Turns out they're actual items. I thought it was like a key item, so it wouldn't appear in your toolbox, but I guess it does. And we also have 6 orange berries, as I have yet to notice, I believe. There's 3 on this page. There we go. Did I notice it yet? Because I know I had... There's 6. There we go. There we go. Now I noticed. So we're storing those. We don't really need 6. 2 will do. So yeah, that's why we're storing a bunch of stuff. This way, we can keep the most valuable items so that when you die, you only lose your most valuable items. That makes no sense how that works, but... Well, it makes sense how it works, but it doesn't make sense what I was doing. But anyways, basically, I didn't expect to die. The Makuhita Dojo, from what I remember, did have some challenging parts, but not early on. It also didn't have any of this ticket system stuff. I don't know what that's about. I guess you have to use a ticket every time, so then I don't know how you get tickets except for the 2 that we got. But I guess that's something that happened, so who knows, we'll be seeing, I guess. And so here I decided to train Darnell, considering how he was already weaker. And unlike the original games where the dojo is simply just a dungeon that you go in, it was just usually a tiny dungeon, just mostly for training, they really maximize this for training. So you actually revive unlimited number of times, even if you don't have a reviver seed, which is really nice, because that's what a reviver seed does. Not sure if I covered that yet or not, because I don't remember which episode was what. Oh, man. But basically, yeah, you're trying to knock out as many as you can in a time limit. I believe that the bronze ticket gives you 50 seconds, so it's possible maybe per quality of ticket gets a different amount of time. And you revive unlimitedly. So there you go, there's a time remaining 50 seconds up there. And as you can see, I kind of moved really quick there, so I think your movement speed is increased, so you just get more training time, which is pretty crazy that they can do it like that. You're always on, like, dash. And I don't know if you get extra EXP here. Would be nice, but as you can see on the map, though, there's hella enemies. Oh, and this is something really cool, move growth. Your moves sometimes power up as you use them, so a move gauge changes from those tiny little indicators that are really hard to see, and when it's full, the move will gain power, accuracy, and PP. So that's actually really cool. The amount of move growth is shared by your team, so if your whole team uses the same move, the move's growth will be faster. I didn't even cover that when I was originally recording, because I didn't even get to reading that, which doesn't make sense because this is on the screen for a really long time, so you think I would. But that's something completely new, so I guess it's a way to improve your move. Now that I think about it, in the past, I think one of the rewards for completing every dungeon in the Makuhita Dojo was getting an item called a ginseng. And ginseng, what it would do is power up specific moves. So you would use it, and then you would have a move. Let's say Razor Leaf, for example, just thinking of a move off the top of my head. I'm looking out my window, it's beautiful right now, and there are leaves, so that's why I'm thinking Razor Leaf. But my god, it is beautiful. Okay, anyways, back to the game. I'm in Seattle, and it's never this sunny, and it's just really nice. Anyways, let's say you have Razor Leaf. If you use a ginseng on it, you get Razor Leaf +1. Oh, my time ran out. And then Darnell skipped a level, contrary to what I said, I believe, in the last episode, which is you can't skip levels. And as you can see, he definitely got stronger, that's for sure. So I don't know if we're overpowered at this point. I just wanted to try out the dojo, and that's what happened. But yeah, no, the ginseng in the past, that old item would power up your moves. Now I believe you have this whole move powering up system, which is actually interesting. Maybe yet again another way to deal with the fact that they remove that basic move and you always have to use moves. I use the word move a lot there. But yeah, so Makuhita Dojo, kind of interesting. I'll probably be checking it out again here and there. Might appear in some of the recordings. I'll probably just be doing some of it off screen in case I feel like I need to train. I do hope that I need to train, but I also hope I'm not over leveled. In the original games, it was actually they really made it fair in terms of like how the leveling worked, and it was always like the right amount of difficulty. I really liked it, so I hope that they stay consistent with that here. So maybe I won't be trying to train too much because I don't want to be over leveled like I am in every goddamn normal Pokemon game. As you saw in Sword, someone commented saying that I was way over leveled, which I don't agree with too much. I think I am slightly, at least in that run through, but not entirely. But if I was, then it makes sense because I kicked everyone's ass. So, and yeah, so now we're going into Thunderwave Cave. We're finishing up the other 3 job requests that we have. and just getting those out of the way and getting the rewards. I'm sure that while I was recording this I had things to say, so if I don't find anything, I'll just skip to the points where we recruit, or not recruit, that's something for later, where we rescue these boys. We got one on each floor, which is kind of nifty. You can't have multiple on the same floor, I guess. It does happen. But for example, there's the first one right there. We gotta go get Electrek. So let's go do that. And here, cool, we get a difference between Tiny Reviver Seed and Reviver Seed. So I don't think I looked it up, or unless I did. So because earlier Butterfree gave us Tiny Reviver Seed. And here, so it says, I have to zoom in. If this item is in your toolbox, then you get revived. I didn't get to see it. I remember what it does though. The Tiny Reviver Seed is like a revive. Am I going to look it up here? There's a nifty little thing I discovered here that tells you the definition of all the different items. I think I'm looking for it here. Yeah, there we go. Keyword list. It tells you the definitions of all the different items and all the different status conditions. So if there's something you heard about, if you want to know what it is, this actually would be really useful to me in 3rd grade when you have that friend that says, oh yeah, if you just go use this incredibly rare item, and you can actually fact check them right then and there, rather than having to be like, oh, checking under the truck from you 20 billion times, you know. The game itself has these definitions in them, which is really nice. You don't have to check online, and it would have been nice when I was 15 years younger. But yeah, the difference there between Tiny Reviver Seed and Reviver Seed is that Tiny Reviver Seed it just revives you, period. It doesn't refill your PP, it doesn't refill your belly, and I think maybe something else, but basically the other one will completely revive you as if you're just brand new entering the dungeon. The other one just simply restores your health and prevents you from dying. As you saw there too in the other room, we reached the stairs, but we didn't take them because we still have to rescue Electrek. Electrek on the map is a light blue dot, so I probably should have just gone straight down. I don't know why I didn't do that from the original room. Maybe I just didn't look, but Electrek on the map is a light blue dot. Whenever you're rescuing, they are a light blue dot, which is kind of confusing. It looks very similar to the items, so if you're hard of seeing, probably might not be the best color. They could have chosen something else like yellow like they did in the original game. And Electrek is saved. Again, we can leave, but we're not gonna because we got other missions. And oh, I know I paused there too. It's actually interesting to note that it tells you there are other ones, and the default option to leave or not is no, because it encourages you to finish all the missions at the same time in one dungeon, which is really, really neat. They have a lot of quality of life improvements. 3rd floor. In this case, we got to get mine in. He's in the same room that we're at now. You can tell that again this time. I guess I checked the map. Let's go get this boy. Quick attack there was the original 2-tile move. There were not many moves that were 2-tile, but now I got Vine Whip. Darnell's got Water Gun. Those are all 2-tile. Yay! Alright, now we need to go pick up this dude's brother. Also, it's nice that in this game, as you can see, every time a character speaks, they have a little, like sprite, I guess, like a little, on the bottom left, they have a window where it shows them, I guess, kind of drawn. I don't know how to explain it. The little sprite, the 2D sprite. In the original game, they did not have that for every character. They only had ones that were essential to the story. But for example, let's say Alakazam is essential to the story. Spoilers, oh my god, he's on the cover. Alakazam is essential to the story. And so if you were an Alakazam and you finished your day and Alakazam said something, his little character box would appear. But if you were other Pokemon that weren't essential, which is 80% of the Pokemon, it wouldn't have a little box. So it's always interesting to note when you were playing as a different Pokemon and it would show that. Because yes, you can play as different Pokemon after you beat the game. Which is why I was surprised you can change team leaders at this point. So, oh shit, my laptop is falling asleep. Oh god, no, I'm watching. No, okay, good. Oh man, I really hope I don't mess this up again. Now that I'm going to be using Audacity, ooh, nice snipe shot, Darnell. Now that I'm going to be using Audacity, I will definitely know and make sure whether or not I'm recording. Stuff like this has happened in the past. It's happened with Minecraft videos, but those don't have essential story elements, obviously. Minecraft's not really a story game. So those things I can probably just catch people up on later. But yeah, in this game, it's there are things that happen. For example, the Diglett that appeared, and there's other story elements that'll be happening as well. At this point, we can leave the dungeon now. We've gotten all the job requests done. We can complete it if we want to train, but I do believe that we leave. We do. Done deal, and we reap hella rewards. Let's check out what we got. Successfully completed the job at Thunderwave Cave. I like the rhyme they did there. This is your reward. So we got a perfect apple. Still have no idea what that does. I didn't know what it was before. I didn't know what it was when we got it, and I still haven't looked it up. So hopefully in the next episode we'll check that out. Mine in here. Thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. A bank orb and a perfect apple. Bank orb, I also don't know what it does. And thank you for rescuing me. This is your reward. Max elixir, which is very useful, and yet another perfect apple. So if you remember, each one of these missions only listed one item for their reward, but they each gave two. So the one item is the one that's guaranteed. I do believe it's not guaranteed that you'll get a second item, but if you do, then it could be anything, depending on what the mission difficulty. Here we're dreaming. Again? Am I dreaming again? It's that Pokemon again. Huh? They're talking to me? I can't hear them clearly. What are they saying? Huh? It's shaking. An earthquake? Whoa, it's getting worse. For a dream, this feels strangely real, but... The next morning. It's one of those things where maybe you feel an earthquake while you're dreaming. That's because it's actually happening, maybe? Hello, you are Andre? Aren't you? What am I doing saying maybe? I know what's going to happen. Ah, you can't see us, of course. How very rude of us. Boo! We're pleased to meet you. We are Doug Trio. Last night during the earthquake. There was an earthquake. Our child Diglett was attacked. What? Diglett? Yeah, that Diglett from earlier. He was whisked away to the peak of a tall mountain. We couldn't possibly climb up somewhere so high. That's why I must call upon your help, Andre. I don't get why he can't just burrow underneath the mountain. I don't think Doug Trios do much climbing, really. Diglett was abducted by a Pokemon named Skarmory, a vilely vicious ruffian. Please do be careful. Please, we need your help. We must go. Goodbye. At least I didn't leave a hole in my room like Diglett did. That was so sudden, there was no time to even say no. Implying that Bulbasaur wanted to say no, but I am concerned to hear that Diglett has been kidnapped. It's too bad. I'd better go. So yeah, Bulbasaur, or me in this case, Andre, we didn't necessarily want to say yes to that right away. Morning, Andre. Do a little bit of eating the grass, tell the story. Someone just asked you out to go on a rescue? Yes. These guys sure pop up out of nowhere. Our child Diglett was capped. He was taken to Mount Steel Summit. Please, we need your help. Bye-bye. Boop. Funny how that works. I see. Hold on, Diglett was the Pokemon digging holes earlier, right? The kidnapping is worrisome. I guess we'd better go. Darnell really does throw himself into things, doesn't he? He just... Alright, we're gonna help him out. He gave me his house very instantly, and he's just like, let's do this. Alright, at this point now we have a new objective. Mount Silver, I believe he said. I think this is getting close to the end of the episode. Did I actually just... Oh, it is. Oh, yo, I did this well. Okay, cool. Hopefully the post-commentary like this wasn't too distracting. It actually was easier on my part, or by that I mean it was better than what I thought it would be on my part. Yeah, hopefully this stuff won't happen again. I still do prefer live, because that way I can react to things. I know exactly what's going on. But sometimes these things happen. Also, yes, we discovered this little shortcut here thing, which is pretty cool. I did that on accident, so I guess Diglett's tunnels do make a difference. Although I can't imagine fitting down there would be easy. Bulbasaur's bulb feels like it would get stuck. But yeah, this is third episode. I will definitely be recording more. I'm glad that I was able to, quote-unquote, salvage the commentary this way. Hopefully this won't happen again. And it looks like I'm signing out, so this is Electrek, signing out.